Hola. Hey folks, today we're checking out the KZ E10 TWS, true wireless system, I guess, IEM. The funny thing about this guy right now is I did get it about a week ago and pulled it out of the box, shoved it in my ears, and listened to it for a day. Had no problems, pretty much. Next day, put it in the box and got on the internet and read a little bit about it, what other people were checking. And apparently, this guy's, we're having big problems with the Bluetooth on this guy for most people. Now, my phone, which it was purchased basically because this phone is an amazing audio phone. I only do a few things with my phone. Turn this guy off. And audio is a big one of it. So this is an LG G7. It's got a good headphone jack, in case anybody cares. But other than that, the Bluetooth on this thing is stable as a rock. It is great, and the range is amazing. So I've never had a problem with Bluetooth on this, on any device, anything on this phone. So having said that, let's check this guy out. Yeah, look at that. Hey guys, how you guys doing? Okay, one weird thing right off is that you can't pair these things without putting them in the case and hitting this little button right here. If you don't do that, they ain't gonna pair. So if you lose this case, these guys are a brick, as far as I can tell. It is what it is. Obviously, it's a charging case. You just toss them in there. They're magnetic. Good to go. Okay. Sound quality. These are 1BA. No. I'm reading the Amazon link and it says 1BA 4DD. Yeah, no. It's 4BA 1DD. One dynamic driver, 10mm, 4 BAs. The BAs and KZs are not nulls. I don't know why. Well, I do know why. They put the same number on their, the same model numbers on their BAs as nulls uses because they think people will just think they're nulls. It bugs me. I'm going to mention it. It is what it is. Okay. On these IEMs, they sound great right off. I want to say it's like the really, really upper mids have a very bright sheen to them. It is not sibilant and it is not piercing. It is simply very clear sounding. I like that. Now, actually, I'm pretty treble sensitive. So, like, if you've been paying attention to the audiophile IEM market for a while, you may have heard of the BGVP DM6. I said it right. Well, those things had a peak in the, say, like high. I'd have to look at it again, but basically they killed my ears. Maybe like low treble, high mids had this nice big peak in it, and you hit the wrong song and it fried my ears out. So is what it is. But just to tell you, these don't have that peak. I do believe they're a bit V-shaped. It ain't as bad as it could be. They have a nice detailed, airy signature. Soundstage is actually fantastic. And I have a bunch of old KZs. I pretty much don't buy KZs very much because I don't like them because they've kind of bit me in the butt. In the past, let me see, I probably have like 6 pair. I'm not gonna go through all the models. They are, going back maybe like 2 years. But these guys are really good sounding. I really like the sound. I used them actually at my local bowling alley while I was bowling, and it was real nice. As far as isolation goes, so my ears are weird. These tips fit, but don't seal well, as pretty much no tips actually work for me. Let's just zoom into this guy a little bit. Oh, look, they're playing. We'll get to that in a sec. Not sure. In any case, let's just go over it right off. That's the bad problem. So when these things are in your ears, but the isolation is decent. I think if you actually got like a deep seal or something that really sealed well, they do pretty good. Not like as good as, say, like an Etymotic or totally solid filled IEM or even metal, but they're pretty okay. I'm not really not that picky. One thing I am picky about is I run with my IEMs, and if I hear a thump, like just transferring a resonation thump through my body into my ear, that bothers the heck out of me. And Intimatics do that, and I can't deal with it, unfortunately. Anyways, so these guys would be great, and I think here's what I think is actually happening with them. I think the back end here, the thing that sticks out of your ears is a touch panel. So it's like 1 touch is pause, 2 touches is like next track, and normally 3 touches is back. But on these stupid things, 3 touches is call whoever the heck was in your last contact on your phone. So yeah, first night I had these, I called my parents like 35 times and didn't even realize I was doing it until they were on the phone. Not so fun. People have been complaining about these things cutting out and pausing out and stuff like that. Now, it could be that the Bluetooth on these and their phone hate each other. That could be. What also could be happening is the outer ear on these fellas is somehow brushing or touching the control panel on these, the outer panel, and making them do stuff. It's super sensitive. I really wish they had stuck a button on this instead of just a touch panel. Not so fun. So, as far as I can tell, these have been recalled. People have been saying that they're, not for sale anymore. They're going to fix something, put them back on the market, and hopefully that's the case. I hope nobody got burned too bad with them. If you are having problems, you might want to. I'm not even sure how you'd block that. Maybe stick some tape over the outside of it and see if you can get them to stop detecting touch, just to see if it helps. Obviously, if it's bothering you enough, send them back to your retailer and get something else or get your money back. As far as battery life goes, I used them for about, say, 4 hours, got about half, I think half was left, so I'm guessing maybe like 7 to 8 hours of battery life, which actually, for what they are, is pretty cool, man. That ain't bad. That's like maybe a whole day. I made a couple phone calls. They sound great. I asked people if I sounded like stupid or hollow or whatever, and they said, nope, sounds clear. So that part seems to be cool. So far as a rating, I'm going to rate these as they work, they sound good, and the control sucks. So probably you want to wait till they get the control problem fixed. Unless you have an LG phone and you're a lucky guy like I am. Cool. Oh, just go over a couple sound points, geez. I did say that the soundstage is actually really good on these. Mids are a little bit dipped out. They're not offensive. I don't mind them. Treble, really just right. Nice micro detail. Not pushed too heavy, not pushed too hard. It sounds natural. I also should mention I run a small little mixing studio, so I have like a decent idea of what correct sound should sound like. And they're not far off the mark, so that's a good point. Also, I'm a bass head. I like my bass. That doesn't mean I like bass over anything else. Bass needs to be appropriate for the song, and these do a really good job. The bass is deep, textured. It's a DD, it's a 10 millimeter DD dynamic driver, so it's got sort of, I want to say, typical dynamic driver texture and resonance and so forth. I've heard a lot worse headphones in my days. The bass is very satisfying, so I think you'll like it. Excellent. Have a good one, fellas. Take care.